Okay. 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 Elsa? Do you want to build a snow? Do you want to build a snowman? Come on, let's go and play. I never see you anymore. Come out the door. It's like you've gone away. We used to be best buddies, and now we're not. I wish you would tell me why. Do you want to build a snowman? Doesn't it? Okay. Do you want to build a snowman? It doesn't have to be a snowman. Go away! Go away! Go away! Okay. Bye. Okay. 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 So. Go away! Go away, Anna! Go away! So that is actually my impression of Elsa. No, actually, wait 1 second. Do you guys remember? My nose is so itchy. Do you guys remember the Disney Channel? Like, they got on the Disney Channel, they got all of every single Disney star at the time. It was like during the time of like Liv and Maddie, that era. Like Hannah Montana it was past that. It was like Liv and Maddie, Good Luck Charlie, I think. And like a bunch of other shows, all this, all the Disney stars at the time to do a rendition of a little cover of Do You Want to Build a Snowman? And everyone sounded so mid. Everyone was like, do you want to build a snowman? And then Jordan Fisher ate every single one of them up. It was so out of nowhere. It was like everyone sounded so Disney. And then you have Jordan Fisher, one of the greatest vocalists of our time. I'm not even saying that to like butter it up. He really is. He was like, do you want to build a snowman? Ah! He was amazing. And he's my celebrity crush. Because you can't be nice, attractive, and talented. Triple threat. No, he's an actual triple threat, though. Act, sing, and dance. Oh, shart. He is so, everything that he does, he really has the Midas touch. Everything he does turns to gold. I'm telling y'all. If y'all don't know who Jordan Fisher is, get into that, because I gotta sneeze. And that's an example of what not to do when you sneeze. Jordan, I gotta sneeze again. Jesus. Okay. How to do a sneeze right. No, Jordan Fisher is so talented, and I love him. I genuinely love Jordan Fisher. Get into some of Jordan Fisher's stuff, and when he was on Liv and Maddie, I'm sorry, but Liv what was his character's name? Liv and Maddie had me messed up, man, because why? What was his name? What was that one guy's name that I didn't like? Liv and Maddie. I gotta look it up. Okay. Where is he? Am I crazy? Oh, okay, Diggy. Dude, get out. That's not Jordan Fisher's character. But Diggy, I did not like him at all. But Jordan Fisher, his character was, he was Holden in Liv and Maddie. And you guys, Liv should have ended up with him. There, I said it. And I'll tell you something. Disney did him really dirty because, honestly, he should have never been on Disney. I'll just put it like that, because his acting, it wasn't Disney level. It was Hollywood. He was like acting at Academy Award winning level. And the other Disney, they were doing Disney, they were doing child acting. Jordan Fisher was on a different level. And I love Jordan Fisher. Now he's doing like a lot on Broadway. So I would love to see Jordan Fisher play on have dreams, you guys. Okay, what was I gonna say? Oh, yeah. Wait. Okay. Hey, you guys. Welcome. I popped my pinky. Welcome back to the Buzz with Beth. I am your host, Bethany Haven. I know what you're thinking. Beth, you're in PJs right now. I am in PJs right now. You want to know why? Because this is the last episode ever, no, I'm kidding, of season 2 of the Buzz with Beth. And I really wanted to do something special, and my mom suggested Slumber Party. So here's what I'm saying. Go, unless you're like really busy or something and you're just listening to me as like background noise. If that's the case, 1, ouch, kind of harsh. And 2, then I guess this doesn't really apply to you. But if you're just chilling out, maybe you're eating a little snacky, maybe you're in bed, cuddled up under your covers, but go put on your most comfy little PJs, go get a snack, go get a nice little drink, and cuddle up for the Slumber Party episode. I haven't done a Slumber Party episode since season 1, like early season 1 too. And it was like 2 in a row. Ooh, my tummy made a noise. And then after that, I just never did another Slumber Party episode. And my mom, we were at Walmart, and because I don't have any Christmas shirts anymore. And what I used to do, this is true, growing up, every December, that's like 2, okay. Every December, I would wear a Christmas shirt for like every day of December. But as I've gotten older, I would just like, the Christmas shirts don't fit anymore, or they just get worn out, you know. And I don't have, like, now I literally have no Christmas shirts. I have none. They just don't fit anymore. And I lost like all of them, or I've like lost them too. Like, genuinely don't know where they're at. And I just don't have any anymore. And we were at Walmart. We were gonna get me one, just so I could wear it on this episode. And my mom was like, we were looking at the selection, and I won't lie to you guys, it was totally buns. It was buns. The selection was really, really bad. And so my mom was like, okay, well, what if we got you a nice little PJ set, and it can be a Slumber Party episode? And I was like, oh my God, you're right. You're speaking my language, Mama. Let's get it. And we found this little set. Now this little set works because it is Christmassy, but it's also Valentine's Day-esque. So it works for both holidays. And I will tell you this. It is actually astronomically hot in the studio. And I'll tell you this, y'all. I don't know if I'm going to make it. If I die on this episode, I want you guys to write on my headstone, she was hot. And that would be really funny because I would have died of heat stroke, but it also would mean I was really sexy. So, you know, a little double entendre there. I am on a roll today, folks. Oh, I got this, like, y'all want to know something? You can't see this if you're listening on audio. Who listens on audio? Raise your hand. Did you raise your hand? Okay. If you're watching on YouTube, you'll see I have this little Snoopy mug. I have had this mug for so long. I got this at Kings Island when I was 7 years old. It was the first time I had ever gone to Kings Island. And they have like I don't know if y'all have ever been to Kings Island. Where is Kings Island? I don't remember. I don't know if y'all have ever been, but they have like this thing called Snoopy World or something like that. And it's like everything is Snoopy Peanuts related. They have a store too, and that's where I got this. Because I remember going and I was like, I want to go to Snoopy World. That's where I want to go. At the time, I wasn't like tall enough to get on any of the actual roller coasters. Usually at about 7 years old, you're tall enough. But guys, I was like 4 feet tall. I don't know, like 4'6" or something. You gotta be like 4'8" for that stuff. And it was really sad because I was like not tall enough for the big kid rides, but too chubby for like the Snoopy Land rides. But I made it work. You know, you suck in is what you do. And that's what I had to do. And then at the very end of that day, oh shoot, I almost spilled this. I rode one roller coaster. It was the Vortex. And I remember I was like, oh, this is so fun. Like, it was so fun compared to Snoopy Land. I enjoyed Snoopy Land. Snoopy Land or Snoopy World. That's one of the two. I don't care. I enjoyed Snoopy World. But most of the kids, they were like, you know, 3 or 4. You know, it was for little kids. And I was the big age of 7. I just bit my tongue so hard. And I was going to try to, like, power through it. And, like, not say anything. But, God, it hurt. Okay. But and I rode the Vortex, and I was like, this is so fun. And I graduated from Snoopy Land World, whatever it's called. And then I rode the Vortex over and over and over and over again with my sister. And then the next time we went to Kings Island, we're like, oh my God, let's do the same thing and ride it over and over and over again. And we get on there, and it was not like the last time. That ride, it was actually HE double hockey sticks. I'll tell you that much, because it was god awful. It was too rough, is what it was. It was too rough. Like, you get on it. I need to take a drink of that because I want it, but I put it down. You get on this roller coaster, and it was so old and beat up by this time. You get on there, and it's like, and you're like shaking back and forth, and it would have like a head thing to protect your head, but it was such a rough ride. Wink, wink. It was such a rough ride that by the time you got off, like, your ears were like bright red because all the blood rushed to like your ears because the ride was so rough. So that's when we had to stop. But I'll tell y'all something though. I'm 20 years old, but I might as well be like 50 because I'm not built for it anymore. Like, I hate going to the carnival. There, I said it. I hate going to the carnival because here's the thing. I hate amusement parks. And I really do. I hate amusement parks. And I used to want to go to Disney World so bad. So bad. And I still do. But, like, I want to go for, like, the food now. Or Epcot. Like, that's where I want to go if I was ever to go to Disney World. But, like, I've never been. But I hate amusement parks now because it's, like, I don't enjoy roller coasters now. Because it's just too much. And I'm like, let's go get a corn dog, you know? Let's go get a funnel cake. Let me get a big Coca-Cola. That's what I want to do. I don't want to ride the roller coasters anymore, you guys. I'm just not built for it. Something changed, and it was very sudden. It was like overnight when it was like, I can't do this anymore. This is what happened. We used to go to like the lake every year. The lake, as if you guys know what I'm talking about. A lake every year. Like, our whole entire like family, extended family would all go. And we really our grandparents had a speedboat. Maybe they still do, I have no idea. But they had like a speedboat, and we would take it, and my dad would drive it, and my sister and I, we would get on the tube. We would tube. If you don't know what tubing is, I don't know if that's like the actual name. I think it is. It's like a big inflatable that's really round and thick. Okay? And you just get on it, and it's like tied, like a long string tied to the end of a boat. This is actually kind of crazy that we did this. Now, like, if putting it into words, this is insane. Anyway, like, the tube is tied to like a rope, and the rope is tied to the boat, and the boat just goes, and then you're like on it. And you like hold on for dear life not to fall off. And it's like supposed to be fun. And when I was younger, it was so fun. But then like once I turned like, I don't know, 14, 15, I was like, we went back to the lake that year, and I got on the tube, and I literally was like, I don't want to do this. Like, my dad started pulling it, and I went, no, stop. I like screamed, stop. Because I don't want to do this anymore. And that's when it all died. I hated tubing. I hated skiing. I never liked skiing, to be honest with you. Knee boarding, I was never able to knee board. So, actually, nix that. I was never able to knee board in the first place. But, amusement parks, God, I hate roller coasters. It is not even that I'm scared. Like, I'm not scared to get on there. It's not that. It's just like spinning around. God, it makes me dizzy. And I just want to sit down. You guys. And that's the truth. One thing about me is I love to sit. God, I love to just sit on like a bench and watch people. That is what I love to do. I love to just chillax, guys. Like, I just don't. Even, like, the rides that aren't even that crazy. Like, they're barely roller coasters. Like, you know the teapot ones? Oh, give me a break. I do not like those. Because spinning around, it makes me dizzy. It gives me a headache. It makes me want to vomit. Just, like, put me on a bench with, like, a corn dog, a funnel cake. You know what I've always wanted to try? Can I tell y'all, everything I've talked about up to this point, I'm not even joking, was not on the list to talk about. And we're 16 minutes in. This happens every episode. They do this every year! But no, like, what I've always wanted to try is, like, those big... What is that? Oh, it's just a piece of wood. those big turkey legs that they have at amusement parks and fairs and stuff, like carnivals. I've always wanted to try one, but every time I've gone to like a place, they don't have them. They don't have them. But I'm looking, because I still continue to go to these places. Well, not amusement parks. I don't go to those anymore. But like every year they have a carnival here, like the town carnival. I go to that, but I don't get on the rides other than like the Ferris wheel. I did the slide. Oh my! Did I tell you? Did Brooke and I tell you about this? No, because she was only on that one episode. Oh my God! Over the summer, Brooke and I, we went to the carnival. Maybe I had her on for a brief moment to talk about it. I don't remember. But we did like the slide. You know how you get on like a potato sack and you go down the slide? Brooke and I, at our big age of 20 and 21, we're such idiots, dude. We got on that, and like that stuff is for kids, dude. That stuff is for kids. It really aged us, because we got on there and we flew down and we were like hit it really hard, and we got off and we were like, ah, my back. My sister, like, we were cursing like sailors on our way down, you guys, because it was so rough. It was rough. But yeah, I'm not a fan of like the carnivals, amusement parks, like I'm not anymore. But that's okay. I'm just like, it's not that I'm too old for it, because you know that stuff, you can do it no matter what age you are. I mean, unless you're not old enough. But like my body can't take it. Like my body cannot take it. And it's like I'm young and I'm healthy and I have youth. But like also I just don't want to, you know what I mean? I said this before, and not to be redundant, but I just love to sit and lay down. I know this is like, ooh, I'm so quirky, so different, but I love my bed. I really do. Like just getting in bed. Oh my gosh, speaking of my bed, look at my feet. Look at my feet. This set came with socks, and my feet look like Elmo. Look. My feet look like Elmo. They don't even look like socks. They just look like footies. Like little booties for babies. Isn't that fun? Isn't that fun? I just like screamed into that. Okay. Oh yeah, my bed. Why did that take me to my bed? I don't know. It's fine. But like I love to lay down. Oh my God, I love to lay down. Just like ideal situation, okay? Heated blanket, quilt. I'm not a comforter, duvet type of girl. I'm just not. Because they're not soft. What are people doing with that? I really don't understand it. I really do not understand the whole duvet comforter thing. And I want to know if you guys agree. Because I just cannot get behind it. Like, anytime I've had to, like, sleep in my sister's room, like, sometimes we have sleepovers. Like, she has a duvet. And I hate it. I hate it. Because, well, I'm not going to say I hate it, because that's not true. It's just, like, I don't understand why you would choose that over a quilt. But to be fair, and this, what I'm sitting on is a quilt, too. I can't get behind it. But, like, my grandma, my mom's mom, she was a quilter. So she would make quilts. The one I'm sitting on, she made. If you look close, I don't know if you can see it. Like, right here, the way it's folded, it's hard to see. But it actually, embroidered on it, it says Beth. But, my grandma, she used to be a quilter, and she would make like a lot of quilts. So like all of the quilts I have were made by my grandma, and the two on my bed right now were made by her. I have a Dora one that she made for me. But like I love quilts. But here's my ideal bed situation: heated blanket, two quilts, and like a nice bed sheet, and like at least 8 pillows. I'm a pillow girl. I love a pillow, and my stuffed animals. Which, by the way, I brought some new ones down here. What the F? When I stuck my feet up, it got stuff in my coffee. I think it'd be embarrassing. Okay, so here's what we got. I got Fozzie. Look at him, girl. I think I got him last Christmas. Last Christmas, I gave him my heart. Oh, I love you, Fozzie. Oh, my God. Isn't he the cutest? And so I have him in here now to stay. Here's the thing. I had him for a few episodes, like, I think very, 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 very early this season. But I took him to my room because I missed him. But I realized I just kick him off the bed in my sleep, and that makes me feel bad. So he stays in here now. Same situation with this little bee. Oh, isn't she the cutest? I love you. I love you. I love you, Daddy. Oh, so cute. So cute. Oh, shoot. I forgot to do something with the elf. Oh, I totally ruined it. I totally ruined everything.
Hold on. I'ma change this right now.
And the elf is on the mic stand. Get into it. Recently on TikTok, I've been seeing these videos, and my sister even told me about it. These edits of this show called Heated Rivalry, and it was like, it really spoke to me. I was like, yeah, I'm here. It's like based off a book. Anything based off a book, I'm already intrigued by. Anything that's romance, oh, I'm in. Guys, I love romance. And can I say something? I'm going to be so real for a second. People are so judgmental when it comes to romance books. They're like, oh, that's so cringy. Okay, then don't read it. Don't watch it. Go live your boring, loveless life. Because I don't even care, okay? Why are you yucking my yum? God, get out of my face. Anyway, so, but yeah, no, romance really, it gets like a bad rep. Like, people really deem it as like cringy and uncool and embarrassing. Get out of my face. How about that? Get out of my face, because me personally, I love love, okay? I love love. I love reading romance. I love watching romance. Get into it. And, you know, actually, this is something. When I was, I can't even say, last spring, when I was taking that creative writing class, the very first day of classes, I, put in like a discussion board. It was my professor. He was like, I want to know what genres you guys are into reading, and like, what do you like to write? Like, what kind of stuff are you guys into? And I said, it's kind of embarrassing to say, but I'm really into romance. I love romance. Like, I love love. I love that stuff, you know? And I remember he commented back, and it has really stuck with me. He was like, why would you be embarrassed? Like, don't be embarrassed about that. Romance is cool. Romance is awesome. That's an amazing thing. And I really love that professor, because he was awesome. I'll tell y'all something. He was really awesome. And then he gave me a scholarship. So, no wonder I like him. He gave me a scholarship, and that class was awesome. And you know what? And another reason I bring this up is because this is so crazy. I don't know if you guys know that I've posted about it, but I don't know if I ever really spoke about it on here. I do poetry readings sometimes, like just when they have them. My school, they have a thing. They partner up with like other people. It's like, it's a lot of professors and like adult writers. It's not really students that do it, but I do it. They'll go and they'll do like a poetry reading. It's at a bar, and the only reason I can get in is because they do these poetry readings every once in a while. They like this bar, they'll hold like a poetry reading, and it's like kind of associated with my school. And I learned about it before I took the creative writing class. But when I started the creative writing class, my professor was like, I'll give you extra credit if you go and read. And I was like, yeah, I'll do it. I love extra credit. Sign me. And so I would go, and I love it. I love sharing my poetry. I'm not like a bad public speaker. I'm really good at it. So, I mean, clearly, I have a podcast, but I mean, obviously it makes me nervous, but I really enjoy it. And I like to hear other people's poetry too. Well, I don't think it had to be poetry. I think it was just like they called it like an open mic. So anything you had written. So like a lot of people who had like published books, they would go and they'll like read an excerpt from their book, or anything that you had written, you could go and you could share. But I write poetry. Well, I write everything, but I would read my poetry. And I haven't gone to one since my last spring, because I mean, I've just had stuff to do, and it's kind of a seasonal thing. But the other day, like, this literally happened last week, this happened literally last Tuesday, right before Brooke and I left for winter break. I was literally on my way to pack my things. I was eating a bag of Doritos because I was really hungry, and our dining hall had shut down by this point, and I was like, I need a snack. So I went to one of the buildings that I knew would have a vending machine, and I got some Doritos, and I just, like, tore into those immediately. And I was, like, walking down the street eating these Doritos. And this woman, she walks out of the library, and I'm listening to The Weeknd, Call out my name. Actually, that wasn't even the song, was it? It was The Hills. Yeah. So, how does The Hills go? Why am I blanking right now? What? You only call me when it's 5:30. It's like that one. The Hills. I was listening to The Hills. And I had just been listening to Troye Sivan. I love Troye Sivan. Oh, my. It was either one of those songs. I don't remember. I was just walking down the street. I'm giving you guys details that literally do not matter about, like, the actual plot of what's happening here. I was walking down the street eating these Doritos, and this woman, she walked out of the library. She was probably, like, I don't know. I think she looked like she was, like, a professor there or something, or, like, worked in the library. Like, she was staff. And she was walking towards me, like, just, like, my way. Like, we were going to pass 2 ships in the night, like, passing by. And I was, like, listening to my music, and she, like, turned to me, like, right as we were about to pass, and she said something. And I was, like, I pulled, like, an AirPod out. My J-Labs. I pulled one out. And I was like, huh? And she was like, I recognize you. You were, you read poetry at the poetry thing. And I was like, I did. Thank you for noticing. I was like, oh yeah, I do that sometimes. And she was like, you're so talented. You're literally famous over there. And I was like, oh my God. She literally said that. She said, you're famous. And I was like, word? It was so crazy. And she was like, yeah, you should definitely do it more. Like, we would love to have you. You're like very talented. Your writing's very good. And I was like, oh, thank you. Oh my God. And it was just such a cool interaction. Cause, like, I don't know. I've never been, like, recognized like that over my writing. That was really crazy. That was crazy. That reminded me of another thing. When my creative writing professor gave me that scholarship, what happened was we have, like, my college, a lot of the funding comes from, like, people making donations. And, what was I going to say? And we have, like, a giving day. And so, like, alumni, not all, just alumni, but, like, mostly alumni, will come to the school and they'll, like, treat them or whatever. They'll just make a day of fun. And it, like, allows, like, alumni to make donations. And, like, each college, I think it is, or department, they, like, will take donations. And I guess I don't even really understand what happened. When I got the email that I got the scholarship, I thought it was a scam. But this is what I think happened. Someone, I guess a bunch of alumni, gave the English department a bunch of donations that went into their development fund. And so in the development fund, that was gifted to students. And my professor he took one of my poems and he submitted it, and it won a scholarship. It was awarded a scholarship. It was like $100, and I won. But the reason I'm saying this is the funny thing is I found out about this because I got an email saying I got the scholarship, and then it was literally not 20 minutes later taken out by Sally Mae, enemy number 1, and I was like, this is crazy. I remember one of my old professors walked by, and I was like, hey, not to bother you, is this real? And they were like, I think it is. Oh, he retired recently. I miss him. Anyway, but my professor was supposed to email me that I got the scholarship, and he did not, because there was supposed to be, like, a ceremony. There was a ceremony I was supposed to go to for that, to get my to get that scholarship. I mean, obviously I got the scholarship still, but there was, like, a ceremony that I could go up and get it. And I did not know that was happening because my professor never emailed me. And then I saw him, like, a few days later an author was doing, like, a reading that I went to, and he was like, hey, so you got that scholarship? I was like, yeah. Thank you so much. Like, that's, like, so cool. like, thank you so much. He's like, yeah, no, like, it was amazing. That first poem you did. And the poem that did it, I'm not lying to y'all for 1 second. It was the first thing it was the first assignment for that class. It was the first thing I had ever written for that class. He submitted that poem. And it was a poem that was in the style of another poem. That was the assignment. And he was like, it just sounded so real. And so it just really drew me in. Because I wrote about how I used to play with potatoes. I don't know, you guys. I don't know what's wrong with me. And you heard me right, folks. I used to play with potatoes. So I would take potatoes, and I would take a sock, and I would put the sock over the potato. So the potato was wearing clothes. And I would take earrings, and I would put the earrings in the potato. So it had, like, jewelry. And I don't know why I did this. Because I had Barbies. I had so many Barbies. I probably had the biggest Barbie collection y'all have ever seen in your life. I had Barbies from way back. Because my grandfather, his wife, not my grandma, long story. My grandfather's wife collected Barbies. And when she died, he took all the Barbies, and then he married my grandma, and then, you know, obviously I came around, and I would just, like, go up to their house, and I'd see the Barbies. I loved Barbies, still do, and I'd be like, oh my god, I just, like, low-key want that Barbie. The Barbies kind of call my name, and he would give me the Barbies, and, like, every time I go up there, I'd get a new Barbie. I loved it. Oh, I loved it. I had so many Barbies, yet for a period of my life, instead of playing with the Barbies, I'd play with potatoes. I don't know why, but I put socks on them like it was clothes. And it didn't matter the potato, you know. I would do any kind of potato, but I was really more drawn to the russet kind of potato. I love childhood. Oh yeah, I was talking about heated rivalry. I love you guys. I love. And it is streaming. I'm like halfway through episode 2, and it's really good so far. I didn't know if I'd be into it because I don't like sports. But, like, at this point, that's barely part of it. So, it's more so, from what I've seen. I did not know it was a book at first. Well, I guess I did. But I was really invested in the show. So, I wish I had read the book first, but it is what it is. I can still read it. But I know what happened. But I'm so excited to have a show that I'm actually excited about. So it's really good. You guys should watch it if you want. It's quite steamy, so right up my alley. And I'm enjoying it. I don't like sports, but I do love ice skating. You know, anytime the Olympics comes on, like Winter Olympics, I'm tuning into the ice skating. Like, I love anything dance. Like, I'm in. And so, ice skating, hockey adjacent. So, I'm in. I am in. I do like hockey. I've never watched hockey, but, like, I feel like I'd like it, you know? What was I talking about? Hockey. Oh my god, this is what I wanted to talk about. Y'all want to hear me get angry? Do y'all want to hear me get angry for a second? I love this is supposed to be the slumber party episode. It's supposed to be really chill, but I'm about to get really angry. You know what gets on my nerves? You have these people, these idiots who will... Sorry, I just, like, stopped breathing there for a second. God, that's embarrassing. Okay, let me just take a sip here. Right. Okay. These idiots will go into these beautiful houses. This houses with beautiful architecture, very vintage, aesthetic, beautiful houses with character. With, keyword here, character. Beautiful character, a rich history. And they will flip it and make it a millennial nightmare. And it's really interesting that they decided to take something with rich character and just history and love and turn it into something that is absolutely atrocious. See, now I find that interesting, how someone could do something so awful and obnoxious and annoying and then be like, yay, it looks so good, when actually, in reality, it looks like a dog turd. And I find that interesting. Yes, I find that very interesting. Just the way people will take it upon themselves. They feel like they're called to do it. And they will do what they call flipping. Flipping, I refer to it as destroying, but they call it flipping a house into something just so colorless and, dare I say, fugly? Dare I say fugly? Why do they do that? Because there's so many houses that you could make ugly, and you choose the ones that are pretty. You choose the ones that are pretty, and you make them ugly. Why don't just build a new development and make that ugly? Just make that ugly. Why are you shaving off a crown molding and painting a wall gray? Why are you doing that? Why are you doing that? Why are you taking a 1970s countertop and replacing it with marble? I have questions, you know? I just have questions. Can I ask you a question? Why do you flip houses and make them ugly? If you do that, if y'all know someone, we gotta have an intervention is what we gotta do, because this is not right. The amount of times I've been scrolling through TikTok and it's like, oh, this literally happened yesterday. I was on Facebook, my first mistake, and I was looking, this guy, he was flipping this, like, it was a beautiful blue dresser, like blue, like crayon blue. It was so pretty. They got it for like $50 at like Goodwill or something, and they're like, I'm gonna flip this. They got it for like, no, it wasn't even $50. It was $25 because it was on sale. And they flipped it. They made it brown and black. And they took away all of the character and replaced like the beautiful little knobs on it with like these these like fake steel ones. And then they sold it for $200. I saw that and I literally marked not interested, because what do you mean? Like, for a second, can we just think of it? Like, can we think for a second? What are we doing? Like, can we focus for 1 second and just think, what are we doing? What is the goal here? Because I don't understand, because there's so many people out there who want something with character. How many times have you all watched House Hunters? And, like, so many people are looking for, like, that crown molding, that Victorian style, that mid-century modern, that kind of look. And then, immediately, you have these weirdos, these idiots, painting everything gray, and making everything marble, and everything sucks, and everything's ugly, and everything's minimal. Get out of my face! It's so fugly! Why are we choosing to make things fugly? No, actually, why are we choosing to make things fugly? If you or someone you know are currently suffering from making things look fugly, call the Buzz with Beth, because I'll smack them for you. God, it annoys me, because now we're having this like new generation of people who actually want something of character, and the character of these houses have been completely wiped out, just eradicated. And now, and who am I even talking about? It's not like I can afford a house. It's not like I can afford a house. So forget it. Forget this whole conversation. Forget it! I don't know. And I'm going to leave y'all off with this note. This last rant. Y'all ever been to an event and they're like, catering, we're going to have food, and the food is like spaghetti? We need to stop with that. We need to stop with the spaghetti, because it's awful. I'm not a big tomato person, but take that out. You go to an event and they're like, and there'll be food you'll get to eat. And it's always freaking spaghetti. And like the noodles barely cooked. Okay? It's like you stuck them in boiling water for 0.2 seconds and then pulled those suckers right on out. And then the tomato sauce, I prefer a meat sauce. There, I said it. But they'll use like a tomato paste. What the F? And it slips off the noodles. It doesn't stick. It's just not good. It's not good. I think we need to stop. Why are we having spaghetti? Because I'm telling you guys, there's millions and millions and millions and millions of different foods out there. Is it just because it's easy? If it's easy, just buy a pizza. Just buy a pizza and to feed everybody. Why are we continuously doing spaghetti at these events? Because I guarantee you no one's happy about it. Like, if you're in the comfort of your own home and you want to eat spaghetti and you're going to make it right, yeah, eat your spaghetti. But if we're hosting an event and we're going to be serving people food and you're going with spaghetti, and then you're not even going to offer Parmesan. Are you out of your mind? Are you out of your mind? You're gonna serve spaghetti. No Parmesan, no garlic bread, straight spaghetti, tomato sauce falling off the noodle. It's basically just wet noodle at that point. That sounded kind of dirty. It's basically just wet noodle, no tomato sauce even on it. And honestly, to call it a tomato sauce is honestly disrespectful to actual tomato sauce, because what they're putting on there is like paste, and for it to be paste and still not stick onto that noodle, that is just disrespectful. I think I'm just a spaghetti hater. I'm not a big fan of spaghetti, but like I'll eat it. But when they're having it at these events, it's like nobody's happy about this. Like, it's disgusting, because you'll see, like, here's what it is. When I have to cough. When you have like a bottle of ketchup and you go to squirt it and that clear reddish liquid comes out and it's not the ketchup, that's what they're putting these noodles in. That's what the tomato sauce looks like with these spaghetti noodles. That's what it looks like. It's like it's settled. It has settled. It's like it's fermented. It's like it has settled and it has separated. And it's not fun. Just like, I feel like, just order pizza. Just get pizza for the group. Because the spaghetti, we need to cut it out. And I really stand by that. And also, penne pasta, I hate it. Get out of here. When I see penne pasta and people are trying to force penne pasta down my throat, get out of my face. I hate penne pasta. No, I was going to say I hate it more than the spaghetti at these events, but that's not true. I hate the spaghetti more. I like spaghetti. That's not true. No, I like spaghetti. I'll eat spaghetti and I'll eat it happily, right? Just when it's at these events, they're making it so bad. Like, my mom makes spaghetti. Yay, yummy. I love spaghetti when my mom makes it because she offers Parmesan. This is my ideal, and this is going to come off as kind of vanilla, but I love just a plain noodle with just Parmesan cheese on it. That's my kind of meal right there. I enjoy that. But, like, people are doing a disservice to what spaghetti is when they're making it like that at these events. No, and when I'm talking about events, I mean, like at a convention or something. Or like, what the thing I'm thinking of is, they were doing an award ceremony. Like, that type of thing. And they'll be like, we're offering food, dinner included. And it's that wet spaghetti. It's like, at that point, do not feed us. Because that is just gross. Because it looks gross. I don't know, y'all. I can't get with it. Wet spaghetti. The sauce is not clinging to the noodle. The sauce has separated. It has settled. I'm getting angry. And it, like, looks like it was dyed with red 40. Like, I can't. I'm really upset about it. And I haven't had it in so long, so I don't know why I felt the need to talk about it now. But I just can't with that. I guess I'll leave y'all off with that note. I'm not big on the wet spaghetti. Anyway, that's the end of this episode, y'all. I'm sorry, y'all, you had to hear me talk about wet spaghetti for the past 10 minutes. But I was into this conversation. Anyway, I love you guys so much. This was the Buzz with Beth. I am your host, Bethany Haven, and I love you so much. Meow. And done. Bye. I also just want to say that I got my Spotify Wrapped on Spotify for podcasters. If you know, you know. It gives me like all of the analytics for the podcast for the year, and I just want to say that I saw like the amount of people who have been streaming and the amount of minutes that you guys have listened. You guys listened for over 60,000 minutes, and that is so insane to me. That I just don't know what to do with myself. It is so mind-boggling to know that people actually care about this, and the time that you all dedicate to streaming this podcast is so unbelievably, beautifully outrageous. And I want you to know that I love every single one of you so much. And I know that it feels kind of superficial coming from me because you guys don't actually know me and you don't know me in real life. But I hope that you know how special you are, and this world really does need you so much. I know, like, sometimes it can just feel so, you can feel so insignificant, but to me, you are the most precious thing on this earth, and I love every single one of you so much, and it means so much to me that you guys take the time to listen to me, watch me, support me. Big on the supporting. It really just makes my heart so full. And I know I kind of said this in the last episode, but this is the last episode of the season. And I feel like sometimes life can really beat you down. And I just want to say that here in this space, you matter. You matter so much. And when people are mean to you, they don't understand. They don't get the vision. And I think it's so easy to feel ashamed and embarrassed of just yourself and your personality and who you are. Maybe feel like you're too much. God, I cannot tell you the amount of times I've been told I am too much. But revel in that. Be glittery. Revel in your glitter, you guys. I'm telling you, like, that is what is going to make this world a better place. It's kind of like that whole conversation I was having with, like, people taking these beautiful houses and turning them into something so colorless. That is kind of symbolic of what the world does to people who are too much. Put that in your quotes. But truly, I hope you guys believe me when I say this. Like, I really do. Being glittery and being so-called too much is the coolest thing you could possibly be. I promise you. Because why would I want to be boring, right? So please, if you guys take literally anything from me in the 60,000 minutes that you all listen to this podcast, if you take anything from me, take that revel in your glitter. Be colorful. Be too much. Because who else is going to do it better than you? No one could do it as fierce as you, baby. I love you.